even though Dragon Knight is able to create space for TA and be the one that just starts pushing, right, and playing S4 until TA catches on and gets that Azul blink, like, where is the scalability, right? How hard will you be able to scale? That's the question. With Ogre, though, it could be possible.
That was the difference with that draft we saw in the last series, right? Where you had the TA, but you had the Bloodseeker. Both of them could carry, but if one falls behind, the Bloodseeker can actually buff up the TA. What does the DK do to buff up the TA in this scenario? Nothing.
DK, usually, if he suffers hard early on, just is a non-factor later.
It's just a giant rock that sits there.
Some blink plus stun is always good, as it's a really long disable, which is pretty much instant, but besides that, if you suffer in the laning stage, you just feel so underwhelming.
Oh, they just pinged that out. Do they know about this ward? No.
He planted it from the fog, so they shouldn't understand where it is.
Someone get de-warded at all. They know there's not going to be a heavy gank in that lane. However, in top, Arrow's going to whiff.
PA and Lich used to be a really strong combo once Lich got reworked. There still are a strong combination of heroes. PA and Lich, Jug and Lich, always good to play around that Frost Shield.
Meanwhile, on the bot lane, people moving towards the runes. Yol has gone pretty deep to try and secure one. Will he level in the stun? Nah, he's already got the Bloodlust. But
Yeah,
you know that Tim's isn't going to be taking the lift at level 1. Rubik's feel like they lose if they do that.
Exactly, you don't really want to take the stun on Ogre 2 on level 1. You would rather have the Bloodlust, unless you have something really important to set up or steal with that stun. So getting that Bloodlust plus Orb of Venom allows you to actually fight against the Rubik and the Magnus and perhaps buy enough time and space for Dragon Knight to farm.
Let's see how the blocks in the mid lane. It's going to be even Stevens by the looks of it. This feels like the type of lane where Armel should move ahead by the 3rd, 4th creep wave though, right? Because of this.
Or maybe right now.
Alright, I was given a conservative number.
He actually gets the...
Yeah, he didn't get the deny.
But there you go. Minus how much? Minus 54 damage. Alright.
It's still possible to CS Liz.
What's the math? How much is she hitting for? 11?
She's hitting for 11.
That's not a lot. It's so disgusting to play against Razor, I swear. With any hero that's melee at least, or TA, she's pretty much melee.
Rubik's kind of like that as well, right? It's this hero that just reduces your damage. On some heroes to a point that's impossible. It's why he's very popular when you see these ranged metas as well.
It's why he's popular on position 4 at the moment. You pick Rubik, you go dual lane, and you just spam that Fade Bolt on their carry, and it just messes with him quite a lot. When I play carry versus Rubik in pubs, I just ask someone to get me an Oracle. Just purge me all the time.
It's interesting how things have shifted as well, because it used to be that the early gold was a bit more important than the early XP. But with this shift, it means that these supports that nuke the wave aren't really detrimental anymore. Like, it felt for a while, a hero like Disruptor, right? He uses Thunder Strike. I'm like, great, I'm just going to stand in the creep wave because it's going to shove back towards my tower. But now it doesn't matter.
But Fade Bolt also... Tim's.
Rubik going down here.
That Fade Bolt didn't really help him versus an Ogre that clobbered him down together with the Breath of Fire. And he will come back towards the bottom to KP to bring some more region and some...
he is the core in.
Well, right now with 2 tangos of his own. Not really the best career ever.
He should have waited. You don't need XP, you're a support. How's the top lane looking at the moment? That's a little bit of a lead building for Boogie. It is a hard lane for... Like, PA is not really known as being lane dominant to begin with, right? But you're against an Abaddon of all things.
What is it? 9 CS versus 10? He's doing fine.
Yeah, there's some denies on Boogie as well, though.
Gabby had some insane performances yesterday.
Arrow, mid, Armel does get caught out. So Wish can actually draw an advantage for himself.
One of the things when it comes to Razor, though, is like he is a lane dominator, but there is a timing in which you can zone him and you can gank him easily. If you take him down, he gets to be quite squishy. And if you make a couple of these rotations, suddenly Wish will get everything that he lost back.
Meanwhile, top Boogie trying to run away, but the dagger will come through, and Gabby going for the final tap. He did use a salve as well on Boogie. Photic Shield, can he get it off in time? It looks like he might live. And meanwhile, Lich gets chased down by Nikwa. Boogie, he's got the stick. Gabby's wasting a lot of time away from creeps, even if you now get this kill.
He did get it, 280 gold, that's not bad. Plus you kill the Abaddon and go back to farm, so overall I think it's worth it that he was chasing him, definitely.
And also he's going to get the value because this time the support is being the courier. March is going to come back with a Bassi for the Phantom Assassin, so you can just start spamming out those daggers more. And you mentioned about Razor and how there's a window of opportunity, and he's still sitting pretty cozy here. 19-12.
Yeah, only 9 CS on the TA. Wish is definitely not having the best time. Not only is he playing versus a player of such high caliber, such as Armel, he also just is playing versus a Razor. So
it's the double negative for him. And it almost feels like Wish is just getting to a stage where he doesn't even know why Bob is coming back to the lane.
Definitely. He just needs to get boots as soon as possible. I've seen some players just
forgo the Ray fan and get the boots.
Exactly, just get boots as soon as possible. But if he already has them, if he has the movement speed, if he gets close to you, it doesn't really matter at all.
And it's that type of lane where you can stop leveling static link, right? And now just max out your unstable current, because even if TA comes back, you stay in range long enough that you get a lot of damage.
Bottom lane so far pretty stable for both sides. Nefrit right now level 4, Breathe Fire, also Dragon Blood. You aren't killing him, however, maybe you can go on Tims.
No, unless they level the Dragon Tail, there's not really that kill potential anymore. You have to have Tims vastly out of position at this stage, sadly. And all the while, Mirana just continues to supplement in the jungle, as you do in the Mirana. And actually, things looking pretty decent for Gabby now. 23-1 to the 26-4, and of course he did get that kill on Boogie as well.
He's farming well. Moving towards Facebook's Desolator, it seems. And Nikwa isn't really harassing him way too much on this lane. As you can see, he was mostly just
Tims.
Alright.
Yo didn't even have Bloodlust on that time. Things are getting a little bit easier for him to kill now. But the important one in this lane is KP, right? He is going for the max out and power first. You have to when you've got the PA like this.
You definitely. Like, if you remember when this combo used to be played all the time in your pubs, it's basically you wait level 6, Gabby gets 6, maybe, I mean, not Gabby, PA gets something like a Vlad's, and then suddenly you just empower her and she goes ham. She isn't played the same way anymore, as that combination of heroes got nerfed a little bit, but it's still pretty decent to have that empower maxed out as soon as possible. Plus it helps you CS on the lane. I'm surprised that Rubik wasn't empowered all the time so that he can actually fight Yol. And Yol is diving top now.
Going in. Arrow, sidestep. March won't be hit that easily. Now the Frost Shield going to keep him healthy, but not for long. Nikwa continues the right clicks. Boogie moves in, and they do get the kill. And now Gabby needs to retreat, but hangs around a bit too long, throwing out daggers. They're going to keep chasing.
Magnus.
TP. KP's only level 5, though, but he comes to give the empower. He knows his duty in this game.
Gives Gabby empower, and now Gabby can go to the jungle and start farming.
They haven't been stacking in the main jungle, too. Well, they got one over here.
I mean, shrine up and then figure out what you want to do. Perhaps kill one creep camp or go rotate towards bottom where it's a bit easier to farm. However,
they're diving again. But he is a bit too tanky, so they'll calm down. If the arrow hits, they 100% commit. But now, this is one of the benefits of the Magnus. When you play in this style, you can try and create almost a fourth core, right? This is why Tims is alone in this lane.
Tims is alone just to outpush for as long as possible, right? Just use that Fade Bolt, get the creep wave to you, and then try to defend the tier 1 for as long as possible versus Nefrit.
Nikwa. Crit. Gabby. Couldn't get the final hit out, actually. Cut the 3 too long. Oh, kitty. All right, Roshan is more of a dog person, that's clear. And Yol, he is more of a dead person. Armel's running in.
Abaddon is coming to help. With that shield, perhaps that will be enough.
Yeah, he couldn't get in range for the unstable currents either.
Yeah, if you click on Razor, you'll see that he has no plasma field leveled.
No.
And even though he doesn't have plasma field level, it's good that Mirana died to Roche, as he'd be hit by unstable current, and I believe he's dead there after.
Yep. Cat ladies have to die sometimes. Sorry, cat owners. KP, he's at level 6 now. So he's holding the point. He's like, do I just give more empower? Do I give more farm abilities here? Maybe. Because you are starting to get your stacks up.
You don't truly have to get Ravage on level 6. You know, like he's just assessing the situation right now. Perhaps it could be good to get, but Mirana just steals that. Setar.
It's the insurance policy of having RP, right? But they're going to pressure this tower. Actually, like, you're in a situation, right? When you're a hero like Abaddon, if you manage to force the RP on you, you can't be killed anyway. So
You just have so much utility from Abaddon. Like Boogie, already level 6, almost 7.
He's running around Invis here, just screwing with Yol. Yol was confused for a moment there. They're moving bot though. However, that might have made it obvious because he was screwing around with him.
Yeah, and you can't really take down Effort even if you take all of his damage. Rubik plus Razor, they don't have enough burst or control. He'll just move back. And now Ogre is here. They could kill Yol though.
Yep. But Nefret is here to help. Trying to do enough damage. Armel is having to retreat. He's going to turn around now to Yol. The Fade Bolt will allow him to get the kill and not worry too much. Now Nefret needs to retreat. They've got Brief Fire, but they haven't got him low enough to kill him off.
Yeah. 110 damage stolen by the Razor, so you have to be careful if you're Dragon Knight, but you are healing up very fast because of that Dragon Blood, and you can move back in. Nikwa is around too, but he's scouted out, so his arrows probably shouldn't connect.
The problem is Nefret has just used the Elder Dragon form for the second time in the game, and he might not even get any tower push on this time.
He's going for a Midas though, so this Dragon Knight is looking for late game. He wants to scale as much as possible. We aren't seeing any Blink Dagger, BKB rushes, nothing like that, no Maelstroms. Just Midas first.
Most definitely. KP did take the early RP point. Even flexes on the mid lane. Just says wind and rain. If you come too deep, I have the means to punish you now.
Oh, PA.
Done. PA's low, but not low enough. Yo, you're not level 6. You don't have any multicast. Nice arrow through, but it's still going to be another death for the Ogre Magi.
Yeah, at least what happened there is, while they were killing Yol, who's only level 4 and doesn't really give a whole lot, Mirana took both bounty runes. So that's all right.
And Wish got the tier 1 tower mid.
And maybe they were thinking, maybe Yol was thinking, if I stun PA, arrow will follow up, but the stun just doesn't last long enough when it's level 2.
Oh, Wish. DD, stacks.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
This is the power of TA, right? We said that this hero isn't truly lane-oriented any longer like before. She does have some good matchups still, but she doesn't win most of them, especially not versus Razor, as Armel pretty much dominated Wish on the mid lane. However, Wish, with those ancient stacks, is on top of net worth again.
Absolutely, and DK has got the Midas coming out to him now, and he's already sitting pretty cush on the net worth chart. And this is just going to secure the spot for the 2 cores of Wind and Rain at the top. And in fairness, Boogie's not too far out either. He is doing your typical kind of builds. Actually, no, he's going for the Helm of Dominator. Helm of Dominator, then into Vlad's.
Helm of Dominator, yeah, that's very interesting. We'll be able to pressure TNC a lot more with that.
Pressure on the bot tower in the meantime, as Nefret uses the 3rd Elder Dragon form and has the catapult. So tower will be going down. Dragon Tail out to ensure he can't do anything. The arrow through is nicely done, but the interruption on the side as Tims moves him. Doesn't steal what he's looking for, only gets the lead, but Nikwa does use the Moonlight Shadow in time to move away.
Yeah, definitely didn't steal what he wanted to. That arrow would be pretty good. And Mirana gets out.
Nice. Nikwa to quickly just switch up the spells. We usually see that as those critical spells you can't afford to give away. In March, he won't give away a kill here as he has TP. Boogie just role-playing the Bloodseeker experience here.
Yeah, Boogie actually with that Dominator has taken of Ogre Frostmage, giving him some more armor. Actually, this is a really good creep to have versus PA. It really helps you out. That bonus extra armor plus movement slow, it's pretty legit.
It's usually quite underrated, right? Like we talk about Chen earlier, and we always talk about this magic resistance, but at the heart of it, this has always been one of the better creeps. You know, everyone's always talking about, for example, the Wolf, right? We love crits, we love the extra damage, but
no, the Wolf is amazing too. I love the Wolf, but Ogre Frostmage versus heroes such as TA versus the PA versus this even TA versus physical damage definitely works well.
Damage mitigation, definitely worthwhile. This is attack slow as well against a hero like PA. Tims, he's been slowed. He has the leaps though.
Should be fine. Oh,
and
arrow.
did he just give away the traps? He did. That is your dream. If you're a support right now, you're like, all right, saving money on wards, boys. Let's just lay him down everywhere.
That feels great, especially because he'll be able to put it into the pit. And with that, he will scout them out. Desolator has been picked up. Abaddon is there to tank Roshan, but they know what's up. And look, they want to fight. Lich is rotating in.
Yeah, but look at the ward. They know KP's nowhere near. Now they'll see him TP. Are they too committed to this stage is the question you got to ask yourself, because they're moving in on the side of TNC to try and interrupt this, but it's going to be complete already. Armel gets in the pit a little bit too late. Holds his ground. Chain Frost bouncing around right now. Borrow time's going to be triggered. Arrow through. Hits on the Lich. Now the RP drags them in together. Aegis is already gone. Boogie needs to run for the high hills, but Nefret is here. Looks for the turnaround. Brief fight down March. Arrow stolen. Used against the Dragon Knight. Stunned for a long time here. KP trying to run away, but silenced up as Nico chasing. No arrow for 5 seconds. They've already claimed 2 heads, including Armels. And KP might be the 3rd here. Photic shield from Tims, no mana left though, and it's going to be a triple kill for Nefret as he burns them both into hell.
And they just gave a triple kill to Dragon Knight, and remember, he's the one that went for Midas. He has 3k gold now on top of that, moving towards Radiance, and that item will help you so much versus the PA and versus Razor once it's up. I mean, I understand TNC, March.
Thanks, March.
Thanks, March. We now know where Roche will respawn.
Wind and Rain probably hadn't tagged it yet, but...
By the way, I understand why they wanted to go in. They had an opportunity there, but they went a little bit too late. PA, will he get a career? Oh, Gabby? Doesn't go for it?
There's nothing too big on there either. There's TPs, obs. Oh, there you go. All right, no wards for you, he says. Gabby's moving in now. Lift's going to come out. DK the target. Dragon Tail use, though. Moonlight Shadow to try and get them out, but there is a sentry down. Tims doesn't have any stun control, though. And do they have the vision? Doesn't look like it. The pings come out now, though. Nefret, slowed by the trap. Going to get him low with a static link as well. He's forced to turn around, and as a result, will die.
They do get a good kill. 475 gold for Tims. That's definitely some sort of a comeback that they needed. It's very curious that I'm very curious why they went into the pit and committed so hard with RP, with Lich's ulti, considering PA wasn't even there and she didn't want to fight. I don't know if you noticed, but Gabby, he went back completely.
You're right. It was quite the old conundrum. You think KP as well. How does he get there in time to actually get a good RP?
RP was decent. Abaddon.
It wasn't too bad, but it was too late to stop the Roche, right?
And
that's the thing.
And it's Abaddon plus PA, right? Like one has Aegis, that was the TA, and the Abaddon just has that ulti to work with, so he doesn't die.
As a result, Wind and Rain holding on to a 5k net worth lead here, and it's going to accelerate. We already know how fast this TA can farm, even in comparison to the PA in power, but also the DK. Not only Midas, but almost has a Sacred Relic complete now. At which stage, his damage is actually ridiculous.
Usually when you think about these best tier 1 carries, right, you don't think about Dragon Knight, but in this particular game, he can be quite sick, considering he's playing versus PA, and that extra armor that you naturally have with Dragon Knight, or that you built into, can help out quite a lot. Especially now that when he will get Radiance, as he'll have some evasion there too.
Most definitely. And when you look at the comparison of the plus 5 as well, that's something that's going to come out soon. They're both level 8, but once they hit that 10, you know what the big difference is here, Liz? One has a GPM talent, the other does not.
Yeah, Lich is still good though. Lich contributes to his team quite well with the Frost Shield, I believe. It's one of the main reasons why they got it.
But it means that the Yoga can start to get a few items, right? Because look at his net worth already in comparison.
Yeah, Yol, just casual buckler, they definitely want to survive through the initial onslaught of PA. Once she jumps you, you want to have as much armor as possible. So buckler is a pretty good pickup on a support ogre. Just a casual buckler, you don't have to buy anything after. Crimson Guard at some point would be good though.
Or Glimmer Cape as well, not too bad against this lineup. Sure, you're worried about the big physical damage that Gabby puts out, but there's still a lot of magical damage in the meantime for TNC. Movement in. KP's hanging around a bit here. He has got the TP though. He'll just run far away to use it. They're getting a wide buff. Nefret's Dragon Form does run out, but passive Midas here.
Massive Midas.
Yeah, he'll
for
fix
long
that now.
though. Yeah.
And they want this tier 2. You can already see the move by KP. Doesn't panic TP away. He's like, okay, I'm going to stop this from being a hard push.
Yeah,
they're still in your jungle.
He takes the next creep wave away, but they do have one wave on that top tier 2 already hitting it, so they can go and just take down the tower with it. Lich helps out though with the armor.
Yeah, it makes you a bit hesitant. So Wish will be the only one hit onto it. No Elder Dragon Form for 20 seconds. In the meantime, Gabby, he is actually going for that BKB.
Yeah, you don't want to fight before that. That's the thing. Like Gabby, I was just clicking on him and checking his item progression. He's getting closer to the BKB, but you don't really want to fight before it's up. As also you're fighting into Radiance on a Dragon Knight, so the BKB is definitely necessary.
And they're trying to catch someone coming to defend this tower right now. They've even switched the Radiance off.
They should know. Like if you are TNC, you're pretty much well aware of what's happening, Wind and Rain. You have to do a bit better to catch a team such as TNC off guard like that.
If you're Wind and Rain, I mean, they're backing off now. Do you feel like they could actually try and probe high ground? Because you expect the BKB's not ready yet.
Basically, if you are Wind and Rain, you will smoke up and you will probably go into your own jungle to try catch them off while they're retreating because they're split pushing. That's usually the play that's made. We'll see if this smoke will work out for them. They are scanning as well, but they have been scanned too.
Yeah, they've been called out. PA will be the first one to exit. KP will probably hang around a little bit longer. He does like to stretch his luck a little bit here, try and just force more movements around the map.
Tims, he uses that Fade Bolt, pushes in the wave, and I believe he TPs away right now. While KP is the one that will break the smoke.
They'll move through. Arrow the wrong way. They do see him now, though. Yol stuns him up as he tries to skewer away, and KP, well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Armel at least TPs out safely.
I mean, it did work, what he was trying to do. He wasn't hiding there for no reason. He was trying to break the smoke. I'm just... it is curious, though. It is very peculiar that he remained there instead of running back, as he knew that they were coming. He could have guessed.
I think he's trying to be greedy, maybe like look for another wave opportunity. My big concern is he didn't put the Empower on Gabby.
Yeah.
That's the heartbreaker right there.
Yeah, but Gabby, he has double damage.
March is dead.
March,
And so is this tier 2 tower. I'm an oracle, I'm predicting the future.
Damn, man, how did you do it? It's really good.
10 seconds time. Okay, 12, big lift.
Big lift. They do have double damage just used on PA.
Ooh, KP. I mean, he was in shockwave animation. The arrow is closer than it seemed. As you said, though, Gabby does have that GD and Empower. One crit could kill a support here. Problem is he can't find the supports. One went top to get the runes for free. And the others are hanging around bot to get them. Nefrit jumped in on. Dragon Tail will look to move away. Has got the trap. The arrow through as well. Says, see you later, Gabby. We're not dealing here.
And I just have to say, I love Boogie's itemization in this game and his adaptation to the fact that he's playing versus a PA. This Ogre Frost Mage is so good for them.
Are you just smashing the keyboard right now if you're Gabby? Like, these crits. Even if I get one, it's not going to be enough to one-hit someone.
And look, he's really doing his best to always keep Frost Armor on everyone. Ice Armor. And
now they'll smoke. They even take the little ogre with them because there are other ogres in the mid lane and in trouble. The lift and the crit. He didn't have the shield on him. Nefrit will blink away. Not going to risk it. The tower is low, though. They're going to use the glyph. They refuse to give it up.
They're repping from behind, though.
They
Look
are.
at this.
Dragon Tail. They'll get the Aphotic Shield onto him to actually protect him, though. They're moving in now. The Catapult will finish off the tower alone. BKB, Nefrit, losing all his damage right now. Needs some assistance. The back line trying to move across. Wish jumps in. No, they're going to have to get the Sinister Gaze route, and they're controlling him up with the ultimate. March will be able to move away. Wish being carried out. Nikwa chasing the wrong target. Wish will be turned around on. Gabby brings him down after finish off Nefrit. TNC, I mean, they're being wrapped around on, but in the end, Wind and Rain, they had a false sense of security. And now another one may die. Nikwa, that's your final leap. Moonlight Shadow to try and get away. Yeah, they don't have the detection.
No sentries around too, so Gabby most likely will not find the last hero there around. We won't find the Mirana. By the way, if you are Wind and Rain, it's very important for you to not let TNC's Razors just run up to DK or TA and link them for so long. They need some Force Staffs or something, but they aren't buying any. There's a blink on DK, that's true, but it's not enough. The problem that they had in that team fight is, first and foremost, that they fought without Ogre. They tried to go from different sides when they really have to keep a clean line. You are playing versus Magnus, which makes it understandable why they were doing so, why they were trying to hit from two sides, but...
it's that argument, like, pincer moves are great, but they have to be in sync, and it just felt like because they wanted to keep the tier 1 tower alive, they rushed it.
Pincer moves are great, but if Razor is just sucking all the damage out of your Dragonite, making him useless, then they're not really that beneficial to you.
That's definitely. And just a reminder of the rain, but don't get split too much.
Can't really follow up on that.
No. And look at the man who got arrowed himself. KP, one component left before he has that Solar Crest. This is all about the PA, and they know it.
He might get caught here. Oh, or he might cash them out smoking.
He'll skewer away. There was a haste on Wish as well. But no play to be made right now. And they'll just calm down. Roche will be up again in 20 seconds. So they're keeping an eye on the pit all times. But because Tim took those traps, he has vision too.
There we go. A smoke from TNC as well. Gabby leading the charge. The only one that's not smoked but is blurred, so... and they're scanning the right side. However, Wind and Rain's positioning at the moment is pretty good. Nikwa, you can see that he is there, still in smoke, but turned towards the cliff. So in case they come close to him even, he leaps instantly onto the high ground. He's pretty much just trying to break the smoke. He's anticipating it.
He's moving a little bit closer as well. Nefret's going to walk out. KP, waiting. Blink away by Nefret. Armel does scour Mirana, so she has to leap away. Arrow will be whiffed. Just giving a little bit of vision and farming creeps as well. But Roche is now up, and TNC are on the wrong side of this. So they have to wrap around towards their side of the river or try and breach now.
That's pretty much the plan. You want to either take their high ground here around the Roche or somehow make another move. However, this tier 2 on the bottom lane is being pressured, and just because of Roshan and the positioning that you need to maintain on Wind and Rain, they'll lose the tier 2.
That's the thing. Tims did break away a little bit, but they'd already backed up on TNC, so there was no pounce opportunity when you saw that push bot. And
Wind and Rain,
result, though,
the pit.
Yep, doesn't take them long either. So TNC is going to be a big ask to get there in time. KP doesn't have a blink, so he'd have to skewer into RP. It's going to be close, moves in, look for the opportunity, but gets stunned up with the Dragon Tail on the way in. Now the BKB, Nefret fine up against this, moving across, need to get a hands on RP. Wish still picks up the Aegis now, running through the Dragon Knight, goes down. Wish trying to run in. Has got that Aegis, but it's going to run out soon. Boogie has no HP left to work with, and he's surrounded on all sides. The Sinister Gaze is there, one big crit, one more tap, and your TA is dead.
Man, it always looks like TNC are not there on time. It always looks like they are a few seconds too late, and they are. They are too late to take down Roshan and steal Aegis and Cheese, but they managed to do better. They take down the whole side of Wind and Rain with only Mirana surviving. And now they can pressure your high ground. You have a buyback on Abaddon, but that's it. 20 seconds without anyone else.
And I just want to look at KP again, because it just feels like this is the way these games get played every time by TNC. He just bodies his opponents. He literally skewers in, gets stunned in the face, and it's completely irrelevant. They can't kill him. They can't punish him for it.
Yeah, it's his build. It's the fact that he has Lich behind him, right? And has Power Shots Vlad's Medallion. Is fairly tanky. And they can't get out. They can't get across of him. He just uses RP. Follow up perfectly by March and his Chain of Frost.
It's just, I think, honestly, like, they all put their PC. I just love watching KP because we saw from the Omni Knight yesterday. He just understands his role so well. It's like he's being a sacrificial lamb, but it's deceptive. It's not the guy who dies for the cause. Not often.
Some small Kale happening right now. But it was just for a brief moment, I believe. There is Abaddon. Go try. Go try before, without the Abaddon. Let's play 4v5.
There is something else that will be brief, and that's TNC's reprieve from the Radiant base. They're already taking that tier 2, and you know they will go back in for more. They're not ahead on net worth. They're even, in fact. But you think about the active net worth and the way they buff up each lineup. TNC is a lot stronger in these fights right now. You need BKBs on Wind and Rain.
Yeah, it's about how much you do with what you've got, right? And right now TNC is definitely utilizing their net worth more. Especially with the way they've been playing. It's not like Wind and Rain didn't try to take some objectives or take initiative. They go into that pit. That was a pretty brave decision, and it almost works out for them. They almost got Aegis and Cheese and gotten out of the pit. However, TNC, they're such a experienced team that they know when you're going to go for that Roshan in the smoke, and they strike instantly. They don't take Aegis, they don't take Cheese, but they kill you for taking it.
It's that over-desperation, right? Like, if you actually think about usual tier 1 suspects, you think about certain teams as well, like VP, if we have a team at this event, someone like Solo. He's the type of support that makes that work because he will be breaking your movement towards the pit, right? But Yol is so... It's not that he's doing things wrong, it's the style of play. It makes it easy to punish these rush Roches.
They were doing well, though. The supports were doing well when it came to breaking that assault from TNC. Yol and Mirana, they were trying to defend it. You could see Mirana arrowing in the right direction, actually catching Razor with that arrow. Yol was also trying to be a body blocker, you know, like a meat shield.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out because TNC knew exactly what they had to do and they executed properly.
And it's that nature of positioning, right? Like, I use Solo as an example because he's that type of guy who would literally be far away from the pit, like running at you. It's almost like he wants you to kill him. Now, Yol apparently is running into them. He wants them to kill him. And with one big crit, Gabby says, indeed.
Yeah, sometimes you're a meat shield, sometimes you just feed a little bit.
You know what he is? He sees the big slab of meat coming in from the butcher, and Gabby is the master chef right now. ready to make you a nice cut-up slab of meat. Put it on your plate. And take another tower. Shrine as well while you're at it. TNC starting to just make a new home in the Radiant side of the map. And you can already see the shift. Wishes just taking advantage of the dire triangle.
This game is so much easier to play if you are TNC at the moment. You just have good map control, good vision. And what happened to Wind and Rain? It's not like they didn't have a good start. If you remember that Dragonite getting a triple kill in his first engagement into very swift Radiance. Now he has plate mail too. It's not like he's missing farm. It's all about execution and how easy it is for you to take team fights. It's much easier for TNC at the moment.
It's much easier for him to get in and burst one target. Like, yes, you got this blink down TA. You can see why he's going for this MKB as well. Against the PA, it makes sense, but it's also, you need more damage. You can't build this BKB utility because you can't kill people quick enough. And Nefret, trying to kill him now. Arrow does hit on the mark, ping out on Lich, but they can't actually use it. And look at this, Tim's. You're feeling great as a Rubik in this game. He's got Boots of Travel.
Yeah, Boots of Travel, Aetherlands, Ghost Scepter. He's just making sure that he doesn't get killed in one TA Blink Assault, right?
He's also making sure that he can be the one to split push the lanes if one gets shoved, right? So the rest of TNC can pull together.
He's been doing that the whole game, right? Like, if you remember bottom lane, constantly fade bolting, hiding in the trees, TPing away.
There's loads of people, they look at Coles, they look at Jakiros, Bat Riders. Well, guess what? Tim says Rubik is a split push hero. And it's hard to disagree right now.
Another smoke coming from TNC. This is
Gabby.
basically a smoke that will allow them to break high ground if they get a pick off.
Look at Gabby's positioning right now, though. He had a smoke 2.0. They didn't see him at all.
Boogie is fine. There is no detection for
They
it.
looked the wrong way. And they realized it too late when they saw the Alpha Wolf move him back past.
Yeah, Armel is actually going for the top two bounty runes, probably going to be taken by him, and on the bottom Tims for the remaining two.
And this net worth lead is starting to build for Gabby. A decent lead over two. But look at what he's building next as well. Divine Rapier.
All right.
Does he even need it? Will he even get there? Yol won't get to see tomorrow. Dead for 40 seconds in the blink of an eye. And you know what you're doing if you're Gabby? You're saying, if I have a Divine Rapier, I don't even need to follow it. That's just one hit.
He just wants to kill them on his own. That's what's up.
Yeah, he's got the track Kill 'Em All playing in his ears right now.
There's a double damage rune on the bottom lane too. However, Boogie, is that his? That should be his.
Yes.
That
they could just deny it right now.
They could, but they want to get it too, it seems.
No, they actually denied it.
But they were moving. You see how they actually took their jungle back and they're playing in it.
But their TA was so far behind, right?
And the problem is they're actually playing under dire vision. They haven't avoided this cliff, which is so crucial to devoid when you're defending your base, because it allows you to get on one side of the map easier.
And this is the dream if you're March, because you know you can come in and renew that ward. They haven't been made aware of it at all, and they still won't. Boogie, jump in. One crit would bring him down right now. He should activate Borrowed Time and not risk it. There it is. Sinister Gaze comes out, though, and that was his worry. They jump in. The crit goes out. Ogre dead again. Have mercy on this Ogre. Boogie left behind as well. And they're in the base. They jump forward, looking for more. DK, you got that plate mail. Is it good enough, though? He's going to have to eat the cheese in a second. The static link, giving over the damage, it says it's not worth it, and that's a GG. TNC, they don't wait around.
That looked like a pretty easy game for them. They haven't, like, it never felt like PA was pressured too hard. Gabby, he didn't join a couple of fights, and that's why it looked like Wind and Rain had something good going for them.